Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Quand on brasse porter le pays, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillantes exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Thank you very much, Neil, and that was amazing. We're also privileged to be joined by a few other people here today. MLA Whitney Isaac, the MLA for Calgary Glenmore, MLA of Calgary Fish Creek, Richard Gottfried, and the MLA of Calgary McCall, Irfan Sabir. Thank you so much for supporting the World Partnership Walk in 2019. We are grateful to have with us community leaders and longtime friends of the Aga Khan Foundation in Canada. Her Honor, Lois Mitchell, and I would like to now introduce the Alberta's 18th Lieutenant Governor, Her Honor, the Honorable Lois Mitchell. Her Honor has maintained a firm commitment to the community service and volunteerism throughout her life. Her Honor's support of regional and national unity is evident in her past roles as Honorary Consul of Columbia for Alberta and Saskatchewan, contributions as a Governor of the Canadian Unity Council. Her Honor was a board member of Canada World Youth and chair of the advisory board of the Latin American Research Center at the University of Calgary. Together, Her Honor was also the co-chair of the Calgary 2012 as a cultural capital. And I may now call upon Her Honor, the Honorable Lois Mitchell, Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Fuzzy. I'm going to ask my wonderful friends from Scotiabank and Sea Health, I want you to take 20 steps forward. It's lonely up here. We're all feeling lonely. We want you to move forward a bit. Come on, can you rally my wonderful friend from Scotiabank and get them to move up 20? Thank you. Come on, Sea Health, move up. I'm going to ask you all a personal question, so you'll want to be up here. Come on, the Sea Health people, move up. Move up as much as you can. Let's do this. Okay. Now, first of all, we like this. We like this. You like this, Mayor? You like this idea? We're rallying around, called rallying around. First of all, I want to ask, how many people here, put up your hand, are fathers, because this is Father's Day, or would like to be a father? Yes, if you actually are a father or would like to be, I want you to put up your hand. Yes, put up your hand. Women, are you watching this? Especially the ones who would like to be fathers. I want to make sure everybody sees this. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. I have to tell you, love coming out to this event. I will tell you that, what a theme. I've always felt I was a global citizen. I just love it. Step forward and fight global poverty. What is better than that? I won't do the acknowledgement, except I do, I want you to know it was already done by Fuzzy, and the Mayor does a beautiful acknowledgement, so I'm going to let him acknowledge the treaty, the territory. But I do want to recognize everybody from the Aga Khan Foundation for all that you people do to build stronger communities in Alberta and around the world. And I'll tell you, on Tuesday, I was at the Aga Khan Museum in Toronto. I urge you all to go there. Yes, is that not amazing? Yes, right? Thank you over here Thank you very much. That's wonderful. I want you to know we are all truly, truly fortunate to live in a welcoming, diverse, and peaceful place where every citizen has the opportunity to support their needs to achieve the full potential. How lucky are we? The number of young people I've met today, what great potential they have. Imagine if you lived in a country where that wasn't possible. By bringing this event, you're helping to ensure that people in need around the world can enjoy those same gifts. Every step you take today, every step you take, you're supporting programs for children living in poverty. You're helping to ensure they get a good start in life and they're healthy. Think about it. Well fed. Look at the starvation around the world and ready to learn. Also, I love it that you're bringing opportunity to women in need who have a strong vision for themselves. And you know what? Everybody needs hope. That's what you bring to people. Everybody in the world needs hope. And that's what you do. I love it that by coming together today, you're contributing to the thoughtful, compassionate, and forward-looking spirit of this city, Calgary. Yes, and yes, that's right. You're spreading that message of that hope around the world. As Her Majesty, the Queen's representative in Alberta, it's my sincere pleasure to thank you all for the generously sharing your energy and commitment to this very worthy cause. I do want to congratulate everyone at the Aga Khan Foundation on this 35th annual World Partnership Walk in Calgary. You know, I'll tell you something, life is about relationships. I go back over 20 years for a number of people, but Taz Rahim, I know a number of you know her. She taught me a great deal about the this Ismaili community, and I'll always appreciate it and love her for it. So anyway, wish you continued success for many more years to come. Thank you. Let's enjoy the walk.
Thank you very much for honor, the Honorable Lois Mitchell, Lieutenant Governor of Alberta. Now I'd like to introduce Asifa Noorani. Asifa Noorani graduated with a Master's in Public Health from Yale University in 1997. In the year 2000, Asifa joined the Aga Khan Foundation, Kenya, as the country manager, and in 2003 became the regional program manager of health in East Africa. Her areas of programmatic intervention include health systems strengthening and service delivery focusing on maternal and child health care. Her key accomplishments include designing child care services that integrate health, nutrition, and early childhood stimulation to enhance development outcomes of children aged 0 to 3 in rural areas and in urban formal settlements, especially in the context of rapid urbanization. Asifa has also over 20 years of experience in resource mobilization, program development and management, provision of technical support to projects, dissemination of results and outcomes, identifying opportunities for policy analysis, and knowledge generation aimed at raising public, government, and donor interests. Asifa recently settled in her hometown here of Calgary and now has a public health consulting practice. Please give a warm welcome to Asifa.
Thank you, Fuzzy. Jambo, which in Swahili, the national language in much of East Africa, is hello. And happy Father's Day to all the wonderful fathers, grandfathers, uncles, and brothers. There are hundreds of you today involved as volunteers, donors, walkers to support this exceptional event. The Partnership Walk is today in its 35th year, and the funds raised over the years have gone to support millions of people in the less developed parts of the world. As someone who has been working in the field for 17 years, this is a great opportunity to thank you. I, together with an amazing team, worked with Aga Khan Foundation as the Regional Program Manager for Health with Aga Khan Foundation in East Africa. We were involved with dealing with health issues for women and children. In East Africa, pregnancy kills 1 of every 55 women. The loss of the mother, the pillar of the family, has significant consequences. We worked hard in the field to meet the highest standards of due diligence and accountability, to ensure the aid was effective and that the funds would reach the most marginalized. But we didn't always get to see or hear from you, the donors and the volunteers. Through all the field visits that the team and I made, and believe me, there were many over the 17 years, I heard in plethora the voices of appreciation, gratitude, and life-saving thanks from the mothers, the fathers, the healthcare providers, the government officials, the chiefs, the religious leaders, all saying thanks to the donors that have helped them in one way or another. You know, in the African tradition, when you visit a community or a family, they greet you with song and dance and share with you what they have locally available for nourishment. My team and I were part of many traditional dances. When welcomed to meetings with the community, we drank a lot of coconut water. And during these events, we were part of many tree planting events to commemorate the donor funds. So be assured, your names are engraved in many rural places to say thank you for the lives you have saved and for your contribution to improving the health and well-being of over 1 million women, children, and their families. Today is a remarkable opportunity. From everyone I have met along the way, today I am able to personally pass along a great big asante sana, which in Swahili is thank you. It is because of volunteers, fundraisers, individual donors, and corporate donors like yourselves, we are able to support stronger, happier families around the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Asifa. One of the hallmarks of this event is that it's organized by a group of dedicated volunteers in 10 cities around the country. Today there are over 600 volunteers putting together this event here in Calgary alone. So how about a round of applause for all the volunteers that made this walk possible today? We are grateful for the energy of the volunteers right here in Calgary. Right now I'd like to invite Dr. Jan Jaffer, the chair of the World Partnership Walk right here in Calgary, to say a few words.
Thanks, Fuzzy. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out today. My name is Jan Jaffer, and I'm the chair for the World Partnership Walk Calgary. I'm thrilled to have you here today to celebrate 35 years of what we've been able to do. For 3.5 decades, we have come together as global citizens looking to make a difference around the world. This year, we are also celebrating some of our health programs. Everyone, no matter where you are born, deserves to be healthy. But in developing countries, gaps in health often unfairly affect women and young children. These gaps are made worse by gender inequality and other social challenges that prevent millions from getting the care that they need. By being here today, we are changing that together. By raising funds, we are investing in healthy communities. Together, we are providing access to health care for people who need it the most, and we are doing so much more. By supporting the walk, we are fighting global poverty at its roots in so many ways, through health, education, women's empowerment, economic inclusion, and building strong communities. It is truly overwhelming to be surrounded by so many leaders who have inspired change in their workplaces, schools, and communities, and shaped the walk into what it is today. Today, this is a national movement supported by 6,000 volunteers and attended by 40,000 Canadians in 10 cities every year. Together, we have raised over $120 million. Today, I ask that you look around and congratulate your fellow volunteer, fundraiser, and donor who have made this campaign a success that it is, not just today, but over the past 35 years. Can you believe that Calgary has already raised over $600,000 towards this incredible achievement today? We're getting there, but our goal is over $1 million. To our returning supporters, thank you for your loyalty. And to our new supporters, thank you for joining us and welcome to the Walk family. I hope that you will continue to engage your networks, to build your teams, to further involve your workplaces, schools, and communities. And to our amazing volunteers, a big thank you and a big round of applause to all the wonderful volunteer at Walk site. This entire campaign is driven by the commitment and effort of thousands of volunteers across the country. Thank you for all your countless hours, your hard work, and your dedication. None of this would be possible without the volunteers. Finally, let me thank you once again for joining us here today. We would not be Canada's largest public movement to fight global poverty without you. Together, we are unlocking the potential of millions of individuals around the world. And again, happy Father's Day to all of those who are fathers. I'm blessed to have my father, my father-in-law, and my son here today. So thank you for all the fathers and thank you for all the commitment that you have. I would now like to acknowledge our Master of Ceremonies, Fuzzy. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your help today. It's great to have you here at the Walk.
Thank you, Jan. Dr. Jan Jaffa, the Calgary Walk Chair. Now it's time to acknowledge some contributions from some very generous corporate sponsors. A big thank you to 3 of the lead partner sponsors, Gulshan and Pirayali G. Nanji Family Foundations, Evergreen Hotel Group, and Helping Hands and Sunray Group. Each of these 3 organizations have contributed $100,000 this year, so that's amazing. We're also fortunate to have some of our sponsors here with us today. It's my pleasure to invite them up on stage so they can present their checks in support of the World Partnership Walk. Right now, we're going to ask Dr. Jan Jaffa to join us up here, along with the Honorable Lois Mitchell, Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, and His Worship Naheed Nenshi, Mayor of Calgary. We're going to ask them to come forward and receive these generous contributions on behalf of the Aga Khan Foundation Canada. I'd now like to ask our friends at Prestige Auto Group to join us on stage. Prestige Auto Group is a long-standing major partner sponsor, contributing an incredible $100,000 this year. Please welcome Prestige Auto Group. Also, don't forget to swing by the Country Hills and South Point Toyota to check out the 2017 Toyota Tacoma Double Cab. While you're there, you can enter a sweet draw for 2 premium detail packages. I'm sure that's supposed to say 2019, but I'm Ron Burgundy, and if you put something in front of me, I will read it.
Way to go, Jetta.
Thank you very much, Prestige Auto Group. Let's give a warm welcome to our friends from Scotiabank. Scotiabank is a long-standing lead partner sponsor and has been generously supporting the World Partnership Walk with $100,000. Way to go, Scotiabank! Thank you very much to our friends from Scotiabank. We have KPMG, also a major partner sponsor here with us today. Please join me in welcoming them as they present their $45,000 contribution. Let's hear it for KPMG. Thank you very much, KPMG. As a majors partner, the A&W is contributing $40,000. Let's give a big hello to Rudy and his friends. Am I the only one who hears the tuba in his head right now? Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Be sure to stop by the A&W tent over the course of the day. There's a lot going on over there. Boys and girls, if you want to take your photo with Rudy, you will find him there. Also, if you're looking for a cool treat to purchase, you can get a root beer float. Quantities are limited, so don't delay. 100% of the funds going towards the walk. And also, don't forget to sign up for the fun competition that's happening at 12:15. There's going to be a chug-a-mug contest, and there's one for kids and there's one for adults too. Followed by the Chug-a-Mud contest will be the world's loudest belch. Thank you very much, A&W, and thank you very much, Ruti. The generosity of Canadians is continuing. Let's welcome the Datu Family Trust. They've joined us for the first time as a new partner sponsor. Thank you for your heartwarming contribution of $25,000. Please give it up for the Datu Family Trust. Thank you very much to the Datu Family Trust and their $25,000 donation. Look who we have here, it's the BMO Bear. Bank of Montreal is the partner sponsor, it's contributing $25,000. They've been a longtime partner sponsor of the World Partnership Walk, contributing $25,000 year after year. Let's give a warm welcome to our friends at Bank of Montreal. If you haven't yet, be sure to stop by the BMO tent. You can try your luck over there with a spin to win wheel and see what you walk away with. There's something for everyone, and that's happening over at the Bank of Montreal tent, the BMO tent. Thank you very much, BMO. Another new partner sponsor with the World Partnership Walk. Let's make some noise for Trek Dental. $25,000 donation from Trek Dental. Also be sure to check out the Trek Dental tent and see what they have in store for you. While you're there, you can enter for your chance to win a teeth whitening kit from Trek Dental. Right here we have this little fella right here. This is Jen's son, everyone. On Father's Day, isn't that nice? Thank you very much, Trek Dental, for your $25,000 donation. Please welcome TNT Honda, a longtime major partner sponsor, with a generous contribution of $25,000. Let's hear it for TNT Honda. TNT Honda, thank you very much. And now I'd like to ask High River Toyota, another incredible major partner sponsor, to come forward. Please join us in welcoming High River Toyota as they present their check for $12,500. And as you can tell, they're highly excited. You guys need to change your name to Highly Excited River Toyota.
Or you just turned 5. So neither are close in age. You're like, oh my god, the diva-ness? Like, you know when you know.
The team from High River Toyota. Last but not least, we have Okotoks Honda as the final major partner sponsor. Please come forward and present your check for $12,500 on behalf of Okotoks Honda. Let's give a huge round of applause for all of the very generous sponsors today, those who we just honored here on stage, and to all the sponsors who have supported the walk. Many of you have been doing so for many, many years, and the loyalty and generosity has been such an inspiration, and we look forward to it happening for many years to come. And we're very fortunate to have an incredible group of kind sponsors whose generosity enables the walk to come to life in so many ways. We wouldn't be here today without all the big hearts and dedication of our sponsors. Let's give all the sponsors a big round of applause. Now, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but there's a gentleman here who's wearing purple shoes. He's a gentleman who is known for being purple. In fact, you may know him not by his first name. You may know him by his Twitter handle, @Nenshi. Joining me right now, I'd like to introduce His Worship, Mr. Mayor Naheed Nenshi.
Thanks, Fuzzy. How is everyone doing today? What a beautiful day for the 35th anniversary of the World Partnership Walk. How many were there on that first World Partnership Walk 35 years ago? I was there. I remember it very well. In Glenfield at Fish Creek Park, a few hundred people came together and started talking about how we could come together in Canada to end global poverty. And here we are 35 years later. In those 35 years, we have raised, as Jan told us, over this country over $120 million to end global poverty. Last year in Canada, we raised $7 million across the country with 40,000 participants over 10 cities. And more important perhaps than that, 6,000 volunteers it takes to put on the World Partnership Walk. Let's hear it for all of them. What's important for us to remember is that this matters, that this makes a huge difference. You may feel like 35 years we've been talking about ending global poverty. Has anything actually happened? Well, I can tell you that since the World Partnership Walk started, child mortality rates around the world have been cut in half. Over 1 billion people in the world who used to live in poverty no longer live in poverty today. And so much of that is because of the great effort that every one of you do. And for me, it's important that we do that right here in Canada. It's important that we do that here in Calgary. We're sitting on this island in the middle of the Bow River. We're sitting in a place where people have been gathering for thousands of years, where people have been building community since time immemorial. And we continue to do that on a beautiful summer's day today as we support the Aga Khan Foundation Canada. You know, the reason this matters so much to me is because of the world in which we live. Yesterday was Neighbor Day. I had a very busy day yesterday. I went to about 30 events in every corner of the city, people coming together with their neighbors, talking about building community. And at every one of those events, I said the same thing. I said that despite this beautiful weather, we live in a world that feels very dark. We live in a world where it feels like voices of anger and bitterness and division and rage are growing louder and louder and louder. A world where those who want to tear us apart and pull us down seem to be prevailing over those that want to bring us together and lift us up. So what's the antidote to that? What do we do about that? Well, what we do is exactly what we're doing right here today. We are coming together to show that we care about others, that we look after others, whether they're here in our own community or if they're people we will never meet on the other side of the world. We are all humanity, and we all look after one another. And actions like today remind us that anger and bitterness and hate can never, ever, ever win. That kindness and compassion and love and mercy always, always, always win. And that is precisely what we are doing here today, and that is what we are celebrating here today. Let's hear it for the great work of the Aga Khan Foundation and the Aga Khan Development Network here and everywhere around the world. Let's hear it for Jan Jaffer and his wonderful team of volunteers putting on the walk this year and bringing us together as they always do. Let's hear it for those magnificent sponsors you saw coming across here who keep the walk going every single year. But most important, I want to say thank you to every single one of you. Whether you just came here to learn more about poverty, whether you raised $5, whether you raised $50,000, every single bit matters and makes a difference in the world today. So, what I want all of you to do right now is turn to the person next to you, give them a high five, and say thank you for being here.
Thanks.
I can't do it because no one's standing next to me. Oh well.
Hey, Fuzzy.
Oh, there's Fuzzy. Anyway, thank you all so very much for 35 years of support, and together we end global poverty. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor Nenshi. Don't forget that the Ambassador Registration and Donor Services tent is located ahead to my right, and they'll be accepting cash, debit, and credit all day long if you still want to make a donation. Now that's so we can also make sure that we're doing this on social media as well. Make sure that you're tweeting. The hashtag to use today is WPWalk or hashtag YYC, and also be sure to use the hashtag Step Forward. The handle is at WPWalk on Twitter. Be sure to use those hashtags that you see posted around the grounds and share your pictures with us. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or mention us in using the hashtags or username, or you can also like them on Facebook as well, facebook.com/WPWalk. Are we almost ready to get this walk started in a few minutes? Yeah? All right, but before we start the walk, we need to make sure that everybody's warmed up, right? Because you don't want to go out there with cold muscles or anything like that. So